Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be going to the final boss of Dark Visions 31 and getting a fire clear in. Now this may not be the best team ever, but it's my team, it's what I'm going to use, and I'll show you the gear and all at the end. So, on turn 1, we're going to just guard Genesis and Saz. We're going to use Rosa to do Shelga and Protectga on the party. Hyoh will do Barrier for the status immunity. We'll use Breakdown on Veritas to break the boss. And we're going to use Hyoh in the base form to Needles. So we're going to Mirage one of the physicals. Some of the party is evading in this form, and then the rest of the party, like Genesis, will just get hit. It's like 100 damage, no big deal. Rosa is our evade provoker with a death immunity. So on this turn, we can just guard Genesis, Saz, and Rosa. We're going to use Hyoh on this turn to shift and use her LB to put up that gun in peril in advance. We're going to use Veritas of the Frost to do Avatar's Chainmail. If you don't have that, you can use like resist gear on your party instead. You'll need Ice, Earth, and Dark resist on the party, but we're using Chainmail to not have to do that. And Hyoh on this turn is going to shift. We're going to do his field. We're going to do Refined Stance for the weapon in perils. And we're going to do Blazing Spirit. This is a fire imbue on the boss. That's going to make all the physical damage this turn be immune by the party, because he does a lot of physical this turn, more than we can Mirage. So here we go. And then we're immune to all the damage because of the Hyoh fire imbue. Anyway, this turn we're going to use the SOB of Genesis. If yours is not EX3, do the regular LB instead. That's for the Sword in Peril. Hyoh to the base form, where we're going to do Haste for the 5-stack Mirage. We're going to go to the base form with Hyoh, and we're going to do his base form LB for the big fire in peril. Saz on this turn will do Ramping Amplify on himself. We're going to do Put Me Behind the Wheel and then just hit the boss. Frost Veritas is going to do Ice Horn for the Ice Imbue. We're going to do Solitary to mod buff and then just Breakdown for whatever. And then Rosa will do her LB this turn. If yours is not EX2, then use her Fill LB Magnus on turn 2. That's going to give a killer buff to Saz, because he's not going to have the single target killers for the kill turn. So some more attacks, elemental damage, physical damage, we Mirage it or we immune it. There we go, no big deal. So turn 4, we're going to get set up for Burst. And notice the boss has a bunch of buffs. We're going to get rid of them in just a second. First of all, Genesis is going to do Fire Amplify, whatever, and then Preface is the last action. Saz will shift here, and we'll do Eidolon's Start Your Engines for the mod buff. Hyoh will shift here, and we'll do Fire Imbue, mod buff, and 150 Amplify. Hyoh, in the base form, will do Blazing Brand for the Fire Imbue, and then just both his Magnuses just to fill his LB and Amplify, etc. Frost Veritas will do Icy Accretion. That's for the 150 amp, only available at EX2. We will do, let's see, Katana Flick and Icy Grasp to do an 89 break. Katana Flick will perfect dispel away these bosses' buffs, as you can see right here. And then Rosa will single target 250 Reaper Killer on Hyoh and Genesis. And we'll kill next turn. So we're going to take a few physical hits this turn because we don't have enough Mirage. It's fine. It should be less than 5,000 damage, so no big deal. There it is. So now Rosa will do single target killer on Hyoh as well as Frost Veritas. And let's go. So we're going to shift Hyoh and do the shifted LB. We're going to SLB Veritas. We're going to Shifted LB Aya. We're going to Shifted LB Saz. And we're going to Purgatory with Genesis. So my Hyoh is using a bunch of chain speed. We're going to send him first to maximize the chain modifier. Then we're going to chain Veritas and Aya together with Saz overlaying all of that and Genesis capping. So this party does between like 31 to 40 billion, depending on variance. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll show you like a 35 or higher, which will be average or better. You know, if we're lucky, we'll get like 38 plus, but probably around 35. So see you in a second. All right, guys, let's give it a go. And we're looking for a high number. There's the unfortunate one-hit cap on Genesis. You know, he could do as high as like 14.5 billion by my calculations, but, you know, one-hit handicap. And we did 33 billion. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, use that for the video. I don't feel like sitting here farming variants. I will show you real quick. There you go. So there's a 35 this team did a little bit earlier in a test run. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording that one. But as you can see, there is a 35 billion this team does. And this team, you know, with perfect variance goes as high as like 40 billion. But don't aim for that. Anyway, there you go. As you can see in the test run, you know, Genesis hit the damage cap. Hyoh did almost 10. Aya did 8. Frost did 5.6, and then Saz did 1.8 basically. But here's the run we just recorded, where it looks like Hyoh underperformed, so did Aya, so did Frost. The whole party just rolled low, which is whatever. Anyway, there you go. So, you know, this party does like 31 to 40, depending. You know, at the current time, I'm rank 5, but the event started like very recently. And then we've got some of these players. These like under rank 100 players are very suspicious, but you know, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'll show you the gear and the team. So here is the team that we used. As far as Espers go, I don't think any Espers currently have overcapped Reaper Killer, so just, you know, do the best you can. Genesis is using a Meteor build. There we go. There's the setup, and he is maxed on everything. 7600 MP, 13.6 magic with Hyoh's leader skill. Rosa is our passive provoke evasion death immunity unit. Other than that, you know, whatever. That's just for mana reduction. You don't really need that. Saz in the base form is full evasion. There we go. And then shift form is using a double-handed gun build. There it is. He's maxed on everything. I think he's actually slightly low on killer, but, you know, close. Hyoh in the base form is full evasion using needles. In the shift form, he is max damage versus Reapers, and he's got maximized chain speed because he's going first, and it allows him to build the chain with no damage loss with his tag chaining his own card. Veritas of the Frost using a fist build. We're getting 40% fist in peril from Hyoh. There it is. And he's also full evasion. That's optional. You don't need that. It just cuts down damage a very tiny amount by letting him evade everything. If you don't have enough gear to make him full evasion, don't worry about it. Like the physical hits, you know, with Rosa's buffs do like 200 damage, so whatever. Ayabrea base form full evasion. There we go. And then shift form is, you know, LB damage versus the combo. And make sure your party is has a little bit of fire resist. We are using the Avatar's Chainmail for the fire buff. But, you know, we imbue the boss on turn 2, so make sure you're immune to fire when you imbue the boss. Anyway, there's the party. I'll look into other clears, you know, either this weekend or upcoming week and a half or so. We've got 2 weeks of the Stark Visions. Turn chart will be in the comments. Okay, see you in a bit.